I'm just gonna come straight up. 97 X-Men. Oh my gosh, it's been amazing for the fourth, fifth time in a row. Five almost becoming. Um, I've been watching it with my boyfriend, so I've been watching it again and again and again and again. You get my picture, guys. But just in general, I just love the animation. The Phoenix before Jean Grey is got to be my ultimate favorite character. Not just because she's OP, guys. It just because I just love how she is, her character, her personality. She's basically the heart and soul of X Men. She basically makes sure that everybody is okay. Like, she was with Rogue when she was crying. She makes sure that Scott knows where, has some advice for Scott. She's got some other things for everybody else. Just she's a vice person, and she's also the mom pretty much in X-Men 97. Like, she took that role very seriously, even though Jean Grey herself didn't have the kid. It was Madeline prior. But just how she could hold her own is just telling her Omega level itself. This anime series, this cartoon, whatever you want to call it, is just showed everybody how powerful these X-Men characters is and why they're Omega level or any other level threats they are. Like, she hold her in against her Sinister, and even though this one right here kills her in a way, because it's her son. It's Nathan. It's Cable. It's spoiler alert. But that's her son that she has with Cyclops. At least her clone does. And the telekinesis is just comes, and it's phenomenal that you can see stuff like this. Generations of mutants just inheriting their mothers or fathers' abilities, as well as having a storyline that is touching and so relatable to us as humans, as the viewers. And like I said, anime style right there. That is totally anime style. That broke my heart right there with her saying her last goodbyes, or at least was her last goodbye, she thought, to Scott, the love of her life. Um, they had a fun relationship, and they still continue. I'm curious of season 2 of how they will continue that relationship. The other relationship I'm hoping continues, which may or may not happen because in the scene, Gambit dies. He literally gets impaled by one of the, as you can see, one of the robots' metal poles, and he sacrifices himself, killing the robot and himself to make to help people. Just he also thinks that Rogue doesn't love him anymore, so what else does he have left to live? I don't know. I'm being depressing with that, but it's a very touching animation. It's the TV show itself is just amazing of how they portray it. Every single episode, you're wanting more. You're always on the edge of your seat to see what happens to these characters. I don't like X-Men. I never liked X-Men prior to this. I grew up with the 90s. I grew up watching a little bit of it and watching Marvels itself, but I fell in love with them just by watching this X-Men 97. And then I had to go back and watch the Evolution, like not the Evolution, but the one before that, the original. I want to see more and more of these kind of characters, and how I want more of this. I just want more of this style, storyline, just proving us all wrong that a sequel from original thing in back in the 90s can be epic. I tell my friends about this all the time, and they're so skeptical about how good like it could be. And I'm like, you are not. You're gonna be in for the long haul because it is amazing, story wise. The actors did amazing. The story artists, everybody in this whole entire project just did amazing. My favorite scene's coming up, guys. At least one of the favorites, where we see Madeline Pryor basically go against head to head with Magneto, which those both are Omega classes on their own, and the fact that she can put him in the place when she's this powerful, this evil, controlled by Sinister, it terrified me. It terrified me that something like that can happen. It made me realize that these characters are vulnerable, regardless of how much times they get hurt and always come back up. They can die. Our beloved characters can die, sadly, in this universe, and they can get seriously hurt, as Magneto does get here to the point where he passes out from this battle alone. Oh my gosh, I can't. Whenever I see that scene, I hear her voice, just benevolent and just. And this right here, Scott hurting her, not trying to, he doesn't want to, obviously, and then she just wiping her own blood on her lips and then going over for a kiss. It's just so deviant, so devilish, so really romantic in a way, if that makes any sense. But it's just amazing how they did the animation, the purple, the green, just, and then her eyes are just emerald green. And we go back to, this is like the end of the series where Cable tells, they basically say their last goodbyes, or at least they think there's their last goodbyes to their son. And it's just, I think, I hope everybody besides me cried at this, and I might cry again in this, and I apologize, but the way they portrayed this, the way they went about this, it's just a goodbye, a I'm sorry, like, she's using the Phoenix Force, obviously, but she's the only one who could do this, and showing him their son, his eyes, saying that this is also your eyes as well. Oh my god, it brought me to tears. It's just, they don't know if they're going to survive this battle, and they're just saying their last goodbyes to their son. Oh my god. And then here we have this, where we see the quarrel with Madeline Pryor and Jean Grey and Scott, which was once a way love, is now a four-way love because Madeline Pryor comes to the mix with Logan, her, and Scott. But she is basically trying to defend him, like basically trying to say, why are you still in love with her? Why are you still in love with her? Like, I thought it was just us doing that thing with our telepathic bondage that we have, even though he's not a telepath, which, just meant, it's meant to be, apparently, hopefully. But the way he portrays this, it kind of burns for both of them. Like, he literally is confused. Poor Scott is confused. And here we see, I can go on and on about this, but please let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think about 97? Do you like the characters? Do you like the animation? Are you ready for hype for season 2? If so, please let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to me ramble. Thank you. Bye-bye.